Hi students, today we are going to another important topic, that is reported speech. We use reported speech to report what someone said earlier. After a past tense reporting verb, example said or told, the original verb forms usually move one tense into the past and the pronouns and possessive adjectives change accordingly. For example, I like pizza, Tim said. It's a direct speech. So what is given in the inverted comma is the reporting speech or reported speech. And what is the verb that comes outside the reported speech is called reporting verb. Here it is said. So how the changes take place, let us see. Tim said that he liked pizza. This sentence is changed into reported speech or indirect speech. Tim said that he liked pizza. Let us see another example. You look great, I told Anna. I told Anna she looked great. Here we have to note that in direct speech, the principal verb is followed by a comma and the actual speech is placed within inverted commas, and the first word of the actual speech begins with a capital letter. When the substance of what one said is given without quoting the exact words, we have the indirect speech or reported speech. We have to remember that this change from direct speech to indirect speech is a transformation, that is, change of form without change of meaning. There are certain changes taking place when we change a direct speech into indirect speech. First of all, the comma and the inverted commas are removed. The tenses, personal pronouns, and words of nearness also change as required. In an assertive sentence, the conjunction that is introduced after the reporting portion. Now let us see the rules regarding the change of tenses in the reported speech. When the reporting verb is in the past tense, all present tenses of the direct speech must be changed into the corresponding past tenses in the indirect speech. A simple present becomes a simple past. A present continuous becomes a past continuous. A present perfect becomes a past perfect. A present perfect continuous becomes a past perfect continuous. When the direct verb is in the past tense, the past tenses of the direct speech must be changed into the indirect speech as follows. A simple past becomes a past perfect. A past continuous becomes a past perfect continuous. A past perfect does not change. A past perfect continuous also does not change. When the reporting verb is in the past tense, the future tenses of the direct speech change their shall or will into would in the indirect speech. And the present forms of auxiliaries in the direct speech, that is am, is, are, have, do, can, may, shall, will, change in their past forms in like was, were, had, did, could, might, should, would, etc. Auxiliaries must or ought have the same form in the past tense. We have to remember that These changes are taking place only when the reporting verb is in past tense. Otherwise, normally, if the reporting verb is in present or future tense, there is no change in the tense or the reporting speech or the reported speech. Say and tell or said and told are the most common reporting verbs for statements. Notice how they are used. He told me that he was tired. Here, after the reporting verb, there is an object, me. So, we have to remember that when there is an object after the reporting verb, we have to use told or tell. If the sentence is in present tense, we have to use tell. If the reporting verb is in past tense, we have to use told. Whereas, if there is no object to the reporting verb, then the verb say or said remains as they are. Let us see an example. He said he was tired. There are some examples given how the changes are taking place in the modal auxiliaries. Will changes into would. She said, I'll call you. She said that she would call me. He said, I can run very fast. He said he could run very fast. They said, we may go on holiday. They said that they might go on holiday. She said, I must get up early every day. She said she had to get up early every day. We use had to in order to show some obligation. If it is a deduction or something that we just infer, then we have to use must itself. For example, you must be tired. He said, I must be tired. The negative of must not. You mustn't smoke. He said that I mustn't smoke. Let us see some other changes. Place and time references often change when we report what someone said in a different place or at an earlier time. Let us see the actual words of the speaker and the words reported later. I'll meet you here, Kate said. Kate said she would meet us there. Or let us say, Kate said she would meet us at the cinema. Another example, I am going to a party tonight, Matt said. When did Matt say? Matt said it on Sunday. So now let us see the person, some other person speaking it on Tuesday, the following Tuesday. Matt said he was going to a party on Sunday night. The following words or phrases often change in reporter speech. The words expressing nearness of time or place are changed into words showing distance. For example, this or that plus noun will be changed into the in the indirect speech. This morning will change it into that morning. Now we'll change it into then. Today or tonight we'll change it into that day or that night. Yesterday, we'll change it into the day before or the previous day. Tomorrow, we'll change it into the next day or the following day. Last week or last Friday, we'll change it into the previous week or the previous Friday. The week before or the Friday before. Next week or next Friday, we'll change it into the following week or the following Friday, or the week after or Friday after. An hour ago, we'll change it into an hour before. We have already said that if the reporting verb is in the present tense, the tense does not change in the reported speech. If the reported speech expresses some universal truth or habitual fact, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is not changed into the corresponding past tense form. These are the two things that we have to keep in mind. If the reporting verb is in the present tense or future tense, the tense does not change in the reported speech. Or if the reported speech expresses some universal truth or habitual fact, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is not changed into the corresponding past tense form. But if the statement we are reporting is still true in the present, we don't have to change the tense after a past tense reporting verb. For example, it's a good restaurant, Helen said. Helen said, it's a good restaurant. This is still true now. So, we need not change it into past reporting verb. I have got a brother. He told me he has got a brother. This is still true now. So we have not changed the verb in the reporting speech. We don't always use say or tell to report someone's words. We often use other reporting verbs to summarize what someone said. For example, I'm sorry I am late, Lisa said. Lisa apologized for being late. So here, say sorry is apologizing. So we have used that particular word to substitute sorry. So Lisa apologized for being late. Let us see another example. I didn't steal the money, Joe said. Joe denied stealing the money. So negative word didn't steal. So that we have substituted with denied stealing the money. Here we are going to discuss some of the other reporting verbs and its structures. The verbs marked with asterisks can be followed by more than one structure. Verb plus to infinitive is a very common usage. Some of the verbs are agree, offer, promise, and refuse. Mike refused to go with me. Another structure with some other reporting verbs are advise, invite, persuade, remind, warn. These are the other reporting verbs. The structure is verb plus object plus to infinitive. For example, I advised him not to leave. He reminded me to phone Tim. And let us go to the next structure, that is verb plus object plus ing form. We suggested getting a taxi. She admitted lying to me. He accused me of stealing. He denied going there. Another structure is verb plus that clause. I agreed that I had made a mistake. She denied that she had cheated him. I promised that I would be there. Now let us go to another structure, that is verb plus object plus that clause. The waiter informed us that our table was ready. Now we are going to see how the pronouns and possessive adjectives are changed in the indirect speech. Pronouns and possessive adjectives of the first and second persons in direct speech are changed into third person in indirect speech. For example, I and you in singular become he or she. My or your becomes his or her. We and you plural sense changes into they. Our or your becomes their. But we have to remember, nouns and pronouns in vocative case are turned into objects in the indirect speech. For example, the nurse said, Rima, you should take your medicine. The nurse told Rima that she should take her medicine.